Hey, everybody, it's your lovely Lotus Blossom Lizzie, and we are going to be making some tags today. And so, of course, I wasn't all prepared and things weren't all set up, but we're good to go now. So, I hope everybody had a lovely day today. I had kind of a nice, relaxing day. I did like a lot of cutting. I was doing like lots of cutting images and doing some testing and stuff like that. So, didn't work on any journals today, but that's okay because tomorrow's another day when it comes to actually making more journals and whatnot. So, if you are new to the channel and you love junk journaling like we do, then please make sure you give this video a thumbs up and also um, add us to your subscriber list. Subscribe and hit the notification button so that you'll be notified when more videos like this one come out. And just to let you all know ahead of time, I will be using lots of the digitals from my shop, which is pleasantcreations.com, so you can check those out if you like. And one last thing, if you love junk journaling again like we do and you'd like to continue the discussion and be able to share what you make, come on over to the our Junk Journal Facebook group, which is Junk Journal Buddies, and the link is in the description below. All right, so now we can get going. So I got this lovely bowl, and like I said, I've been doing some cutting and kind of experimenting with my brother's scan and cut, and I really wanted to make kind of some smaller tags today because y'all had some more tags in here somewhere. Where are they? Oh, they're hiding. Because I'm going to be making some smaller books, and I want to be able to put some smaller tags in here. Oh, let me say hello to those that are on. If you're coming on the replay, just know that this is being recorded during with a live chat. So I'll be chatting with my junk journal buddies, and so I just like to say hello to Rachel at Scrap Craftastic and Penny. Also, Barb and Rhonda, thanks for coming on with me. Y'all, I know it just looks like I'm just frivolously digging, but I'm almost sure I had another tag in here that I started. And I do not see it. I don't know what I did with it. It might be hiding in here. I don't know. Oh, well, we got 3 out. Oh, it's 4. I was going to say, I know I started some tags, and I am not going crazy. I know I sound crazy most of the time, but I'm not going crazy at this moment. So, like I said, these are smaller than the ones I usually do. I usually do some big tags, and I used a lot of tags in my last project. Let me show you. I'm going to show y'all. I figured out a better way to kind of store my tags. So, these are my tags. These are actually inside of, I think this used to be like a a cassette deck holder, so you can see where the cassettes went in. And at first I had it like vertical, and then I was like, wait a minute, let me just lay this down, because I think this used to be a drawer or something. I got this at a thrift store, and it only cost me like about $2, so I'm always looking for these. And man, my tags fit in here just perfectly. So I know y'all saying that's a lot of tags. But they're all big tags. See, look, like this fabric tag right here. Yeah, that's a pretty big tag. Let me show you the ones I made today in comparison. See how big that is in the comparison? It's like ginormous, a ginormous tag. So I have a lot of ginormous tags in here, but I don't have a lot of small ones. So I even have like the altar playing cards that we did in here, and I have some of the more simple tags that I made out of the flower doodles from the flower doodles digital kit. And then I have like some miscellaneous type tags in here, and here's some more fabric tags. You guys all probably haven't seen these because we haven't really did Tag Tuesday with these type of tags with the fabric on it. But yeah, I do have a few tags, but that's how I'm storing my tags. But I have plenty of room. There's plenty of room in there. So let's just set that to the side. So as you can see, I don't have a lot of small tags. So that's what we're going to work on. Who's driving? Boo Boo Kitty, you driving? You can listen, but you can't participate if you're driving. Okay, so let's get started with this. I'm just going to move these to the side momentarily. And I'm going to start with some book pages. Y'all when I get some books out, and I have more book pages to put in here, of course, I go ahead and I glue like 2 book pages together. So these are already glued together. And you see I got book pages too deep, so I know that these are glued together. So I'm going to take out just a few of these. They're supposed to be glued together. I might have just threw some in here because that's what it seems like, because those are not glued. Let's see about the other side. Is the other side? Yeah, these are glued. But that side is not. So I'm just going to take out like 3 stacks of 2 each. We'll put that there. Hi, Linda. Thanks for joining us. We're going to make some tags out of book pages because I have tons of book pages, and you all probably do too if you're making journals. You probably have a ton of book pages. So I am going to get Big Mama out. And I'm going to leave her folded over because I love her so much. I love this little lady. Let me just get the camera straight here. And the first thing I always do is, and it might be a waste, but I always cut off like the margins of the book pages. You need some ideas, Linda? I got some for you. Let me put my old lady glasses on. And so I'm going to cut off the margins of the pages. And I'm going to leave the top and the bottom part because I don't mind those so much. And then I am going to cut this down to about 4 inches. So that's going to be a small tag. And I'm going to leave this other one about that size. So, and I'm not really like, I am measuring, but if it's like a little bit off of whatever, I don't care. Y'all, this is not a tutorial, but I know I always say that. And then I'm just going to kind of eyeball it and just kind of split this in half so we can have 2. And that's kind of what I'm looking for around that size. Oh, y'all, let me fix my focus because I see it is going crazy right now. Okay, there we go. All right, so I'm going to do the same thing with this piece. And remember that this is 2 book pages that are, they are lightly glued. They're not really like glued big time or anything. Because y'all know I'm going to do some sewing. So these are kind of thin as well. And so I'm going to do a few more of those because I can always use them even if we don't get to these. And I've dubbed Tuesday Tag Tuesday, and the reason why I decided to do at least tags on one day of the week is because when I do use them, they go really fast. And yes, I know it seems like a lot to y'all that I have, but it is not a lot of tags that I have. So I need more. I need more. Try to do this kind of straight. And again, so, oh, of course, I didn't ask, how are you all doing today? I know we had a few members of the group who were kind of, they were under the weather or suffering from some kind of crazy illness, like pink eye. I'm not saying any names, but I hope y'all are doing good. I think I told you all my story about pink eye. I don't know or not. Y'all have to let me know if y'all want me to tell you the story, if I told you already. Because you know how old people are. They'll tell you a story over and over and over again. I don't know. Jamie, what are you talking about? Okay. Let's do this wave. About 4 inches. And then cut this down a mittel. Hey, Livies. Thank you for the reminder. Boo Boo Kitty story time. Do you all enjoy my stories? If you enjoy my stories, then you definitely have to give this video a thumbs up. Because I have a story for everything. I told y'all. And I'm not making them up either. Alright, so we got us some nice small pieces that are 2 deep in paper here. So now we have something that we can work with. So next, I'm going to take out my little card. Y'all, and this was just a, from Junk Mail. It's a nice sturdy card. It's almost like a, what you call it, like a credit card. So I actually cut the edges of it. But I still don't know if I got like both sides even. So what I do when I put this on here, so I'm going to use this. Yes, let me get my scissors. I cut one side and then I turn this over so I'm using the same edge. And that way I know that both sides are going to be the same. So I just make sure it's lined up. Now I do have a We Are Memory Keepers tag punch and I like it, but it kind of takes this is like a much faster option in my opinion. So I'm just going to cut some of these and I'm going to cut them a little bit different because some of these edges on here some of them are steeper than the others, which is kind of cool. So you'll see. So we'll cut this one. I'm going to flip it over and cut this side. And see, so I get like a steeper kind of cut there. And see, this one is not as steep. So, oh, I was getting ready to say, you starting some drama, Jamie. We forgive you, it's okay. I've done that before, sent the message to the wrong person. You gotta put a juicier message in next time though. We like juicy messages. So if you're listening and you're not reading the chat, Jamie put a message in, but it wasn't that juicy and it was totally off topic, but it was meant for her mom and not for us. Barb says she does that all the time. I'm pretty good about not sending messages to the wrong person, but it has happened. Because you know how it is. That's just this world. So you have to be careful what you're saying. Because you might send a message to the wrong person. Now I'm going to cut all of these. Let's make this one kind of a steep cut. Make sure I line that up. And I just have like a little bag that's next to me that has like some tagged materials in it. And that's where I keep this at. So you could like punch a hole in it or something and put it on a ring so you can keep up with it. And if you lose it, I'm sure you'll have some junk mail and you can just bring that right back out. Let's do two. I'm going to do a twofer this time. Attempt to do a twofer. I like the not so steep cuts. And I'm going to do some where I'm not going to cut them all. And I had meant to get my corner rounder out. Let me get the corner rounder. Okay, I'm going to have to move my mic so you guys might hear that. Because it's all in the way. All right, sorry for the noise for those that are listening on their headphones. All right, so a few of these, what I'm going to do, which is nice. This is the We Are Memory Keepers Corner Chomper. And what is very nice is you can do a few pages at a time. So actually I'm doing 2 sets, which is 4 pages. And I'm going to do both ends of this one. So it looks like that. And I'm going to do some small ones like that too. But this time I'm going to have to do one at a time because these are not even. And I'm using the 1/2 inch side, because on here you can do corner rounds at 1/2 inch or you can do at 1/4 inch. So let's do this one at 1/4 inch. So y'all know me, I like doing things, having a variety of stuff. And then this one, I'm gonna do another short one. Short steeple type of thing here. And then I'm gonna flip it and do this side. All right, so let's put this back in its home so I can find it, because y'all know how it is in this world. Stuff gets lost really easily. All right, so now I could leave these square at the bottom, but I think I'm going to, my pages were a little uneven on that one. I'm going to round the corners on this one. I'm going to do 1/2 inch. So it looks like that. And y'all, YouTube just told me that I'm going live. They're kind of slow. They are kind of slow. So what are you all working on today? I think I'm going to do all of these. No, I'm not. I was going to say I'm going to do all of them with the corners at the bottoms, but I don't think I will. I'll use some that are square. All right. And since I've been like printing and testing things out and stuff, I think I have enough ephemera to go around here. So now I'm going to go through, I have like a bunch of stuff in here, so I'm frivolously going through to figure out what we're going to put on these. And these are from the mini postcard digitals, and then they may be a tad big for what we're doing today. I could always cut them down a little bit though, which I think I'm gonna do. So let's cut some of these big ones down. So I'm gonna try my best not to think too much into this. So Livy is working on vintage travel theme ephemera clusters. I love working on clusters. That's one of my favorite things to do. So this has like a nice little rose pattern. These were actual postcards that I had, and I kind of shrunk them down a little bit and made them into digitals because I love them so much. All right, so, and then these are from the mini kit, the seed packet minis. Now these are not up in the shop, but I wanted to use these. I have like some vintage ads that I've been working on. I do have some vintage ads, but the ones that I have printed out are not up in the shop just yet. But if you're interested and you don't see them, let me know. And I will get the hustling on them. All right. Let's see. Just pulling some pieces now. And I'm going to, of course, do a little cluster layering here. Maybe I'll make this like all black and white. Y'all know I'm going to do some sewing, right? I hope y'all know that. I hope you know I'm going to do some sewing. So I have a little bit of a white lip on here, so I'm going to take that off. And let's see. Let's see here. These tickets, I have them I have these up for sale in the group, but I am actually going to put these as a perk or reward over on Patreon for the Superfan Plus members. So be looking for that Superfans Plus coming up. I love these tickets so much. I don't want to hide them too much, so let's give them their own tag. Just grab a tag and slap it on some kind of way. All right. So let's see. Y'all also did some photos too that I can put on here. Just cut these. My photos had a little bit of a wonky cut on them, but not so much where I wouldn't be able to use them. So let's see. Put this on a little one. I use these photos all the time. Some of them are of my family members, which is kind of cool. Because although some of the photos of the people I don't know, some of them I do know who they are, but it's amazing how your family, they look like other people in your family. So it's like, oh, I know that person's in my family because my auntie looked just like her. All right. Okay, got a few little black and white photos here. Oh, let's put that one there. That's kind of cutesy pootsy. And let's see. Yeah, I'll keep going out of frame, I know. Let's see what else I have in here that I would like to use. Maybe that. Oh, maybe some words. I think they're buried at the bottom. I have like some really teeny tiny, I made some teeny tiny postcard minis as well. So I'm just going to grab some out of here and see how I can incorporate those. And then take some of the words out. And then we got a whole bunch of the minis out already. And let's see, we got some tickets. And y'all, all I'm doing is making another pile. I'm taking them out and making a whole new pile. Okay, let's see. Let's use that one. And okay. Enough digging in there. Enough frivolous digging. Let's put you there. And I got like 2 more here that I can use. I'm trying to keep everything in the frame here. And let's use this color tickets. I love these tickets. They came out so beautiful. And I might have to cut this down a little bit more or put you on a bigger one. How's about that? And I'm going to use some of my words here. And some of the words are a little big. So I'm going to cut these down a little bit. This one says truth. And so putting these together, as you can see, got to do a little hunting and plucking. Hunting and gathering with these guys or girls or whatever or whatnot. So that's what we are doing. All right, put those there. And I'm trying to resist the urge to take out more ephemera as well, in case y'all didn't notice. I didn't pull out my ephemera book on purpose. Because I know what's going to happen if and I do that. And I still don't know how I'm going to attach everything. I know I'm going to do some sewing for sure. Let's see. This one says daring. Maybe I'll put that like at the bottom of that some kind of way. We have calm. And maybe we'll put that on the bottom of that some kind of way. And let's see. We could put a little postcard there, and okay, that'll be good for that one. And then this one is kind of big. This is actually from a different kit, and we're gonna do, let's see, what do we have here? Maybe ooh, kind of interesting. It's kind of big for this though. But I have another paint can. I like the paint can, y'all. Okay, so I think that one is good. And let's see. Let's put like a little rose here. And my little teeny tiny stash here. That sounds like me. I went to the hairdresser with my mom, and my hairdresser, she was on the phone talking to somebody, and I was like, who are you talking to? I want to know the rest of the conversation. Who are you talking to? All right, y'all, I'm just cutting some of the edges off a little bit. And actually, yeah. And I'm also avoiding using glue. So y'all wish me luck on that one. Not using any glue. Maybe I'll do something like that. Okay. And let's see, I'm just going to leave that one kind of plain like that. I'm going to leave that one kind of plain because they look kind of good just the way they are. So I'm going to use one more of these if I can. See, do I have a shorter one? I don't think so. I do not think so. Ooh, what about this? I could use that. Y'all's telephone. It's an antique telephone there. What if I pull this down some? I think my words, even though these are smaller words, I don't think they will fit. They're not going to fit on here the way I want them to. Let's see. Okay, I think that's enough. All right, so that's good enough. So let's put all this stuff back into our little bowl here with our ephemera goodness going. And now, in order for me, let me move this out the way. In order for me not to, let me see if I can just move this out the way so I can get the whippersnapper going. No, I already messed up, which I kind of knew that was going to happen. Messing up my little collages here. Get over here. And I don't know if I'm going to use like my vintage photo around the edges or not. For now, I'm not. All right, and then I have some here. This one needs to be finished because I ran out of thread. Well, I ran out of bobbin, so I need to fix that one. And then these don't have anything. This is the only one that's really complete. So that's what that looks like. And I haven't punched a hole yet for that. So let's move this other stuff out of my way. All right, I'm gonna need my scissors. And let's get the whippersnapper. Yeah, I might have to move this some more. Let's see if I can move this just a tad more. Okay. Hey, Janet. I don't think I saw you. All right. Let's see. So I still have to thread the whippersnapper. And for those of you that are new, the whippersnapper is my brother SQ9185 computerized sewing machine. And we were kind of discussing it yesterday. A lot of the brother machines, they look alike, but they are not the same. Because I think Crafty Cat said she had one, but she has a whole different model, but they look the same. And I think hers may have more features than mine does. And then I also seen other people with like the Project Runway ones. And they look almost the same, but I can tell that this one has more features than that one does. But I love this machine. So if you're going to ask me how I feel about this machine, I absolutely love it. It's a beautiful machine. All right, let me just make sure that we're in focus. Let me put something here so we can see. All right, there we go. All right, as a matter of fact, I'm going to start with this because I need to finish this, which I was doing a zigzag, and I don't remember what the length of the stitches were, but we'll just wing it. We're going to wing it. And I had the zigzags kind of going off the edges. Oh, I think I hit it on the money. All right. And then I'll show you what everything looks like after we get done. All right. Because we still got to put some holes in some of these. And let me just make sure we're doing okay on time. Okay, we're fine right now. All right, so let's do this one because this is a pretty simple one. And I'm just going to try to make sure I have the writing going the right way because y'all know I've been known to not do that so well. All right, so I haven't been using like a lot of, I don't know how much decorative stitching I want to use on these because they're so doggone small, but we could play around with it and see. Because if nothing else, we can always print them over again. I mean, it's just book pages. So I'm using this stitch, I'm using number 50 to actually hold on this little piece. And again, that little piece is from the mini seed packet collection. Just go up. Make sure. Let's see if I can keep this from flashing out. I don't know. Ooh. Hold on, y'all. What happened? Hey, I feel like I'm in a disco. Alright, let's just leave that alone because I'm about to mess something up. Because whenever I put my hand here, it's just going to change color. It might be my nails that's making it change color. I don't know. I don't know. We're just going to keep it moving. I'm going to cut off some of the stringage. All right. And then, you know what? I think I'm not going to go around the edge of this. Because I kind of like it. I think it would be too much. I don't know. maybe if I just did a straight stitch. I don't know, I like a lot of stitching. So let's do a straight stitch. All right. Now I'll be lucky if I get through all these pieces stitching at the rate that I'm going. Cut some of this off. But we're just going to take our time and enjoy each other's company today. All right. Yeah, it has very beautiful decorative stitches, doesn't it? All right, so let's cut a little bit of this off. Oops. All right, so that's that one so far. And of course, once I put the holes in there, it's going to take on a life of its own again. All right, so this one, I'm going to kind of do this one the same way. Make sure my words are the right way. And I did number 50 on this. All right. Oh, this one's going slow because I didn't change the length of the stitch. I should have changed the length of the stitch. So it's just going really slow. But I'm going to change it. Gotta make it a little wider. So I won't be here all day. Yeah, that's better. That's a better stitch. So you really can't mess this project up. Like I always say, there is no messing up in junk journaling. Because there is always a fix. Being precise is not an option. We in the junk journal community are very forgiving. Now let's go around with our straight stitch. Okay. And the color that I'm using is like it's like a copperish brown color. So I think this would even look good with black or red. You know, I'm into all different kinds of colors. I like all the colors, really. And you could use anything to decorate your book pages too. You can use like photos from the book. You can use magazine photos. You can use playing cards, like anything. I just kind of chose to kind of use the digitals today. Because that's what I made them for, y'all. When I put stuff up in the shop, usually it's something that I made to actually use. Hey, Pink. How are ya? All right, so that one came out lovely. Next, let's see. Let's do this one I had together already. Because this one, I don't know how we're going to put this together. I just don't know. Because my intention is not to use any glue. So, y'all, this is what I think I'm going to do, though. because it's going to be, I don't want it to have too much stitching, but let's see, what can we do? First, there's a little white edge on here. I'm going to cut that off. See, if I was using the vintage photo, I wouldn't worry about cutting the little white edges off. I think what I'm going to do, see, decisions. Yeah, I don't know how I want to put this together. I have to think about it. I won't think too long though. Okay, I'm not thinking about it because I just said this earlier. Just do it and then don't worry about it. This should attach them all. And I'm gonna do my favorite one, which is 27. And take it from there. See what happens. Alright, so that connected them all. Got some rogue stitching in here. Alright, so I used the stars to connect that, and I'm just going to, let me just go around the edges, and I'm going to use number 54. See how that comes out. It's all about experimentation here today. She is doing some serious experimentation. Usually my best work comes from my experimental days though. I shan't not be afraid to experiment. I'm concentrating, that's why I'm not talking. So it's a concentration moment, y'all. Talks amongst yourselves. Uh-oh. I already see something's going wacky. Uh-oh, look, y'all. It messed me up, kind of. Y'all know I can fix that. There's always a way to fix things. I don't know what happened, though. Alright. My thread came loose. It must have broke or something. Rethread time. We have just a small snafu. Okay, that did go through, but I don't think I can get it. Oh, I got it. I got it. Alright. So what I'm going to do to fix this is, actually I probably need like a little piece of cloth or something to fix that. So I'm going to put this to the side because y'all know I'm the queen of fixing stuff. Alright, so we're going to do this one next. And it looks kind of weird, but I think it's going to be okay. And I am going to do my little star shape on this one. Number 27. And hopefully that should catch, maybe it might catch everything. Y'all, the lighting not that great today. Sometimes I can get this where the lighting is good and sometimes I can't. Alright. It depends on how the camera wants to act for the day. Alright, so let's see. What I'm going to do before I move on with this, I'm going to cut like this extra stuff off because we don't need the extra on this. Let's cut this one. right, so now I like that overhang look. Okay, so I am going to I'm trying to figure out how I want to do it. Go around. I'm kind of looking for a simple stitch, but I'm going to use number 25, which is kind of simple. It is kind of like a squiggly line, so let's see how that looks. I don't use that much. A crazy kind of line. And then I'm going to change the stitch to a straight stitch. Feeling adventurous here. And just straight stitch, do that. Feeling a little crazy with the stitches. Don't know what we're gonna come out with. Alright, and go back a little bit. Alright, there we go. Okay, and it's a crazy stitch. It's very crazy. All right, let's see where we're at, because I might have to start punching some holes. Yeah. Okay, so I still have a lot left on my desk, but our time is a rolling down. Okay, so let me move this out the way. And so let's see what we have here. Let me get rid of this stuff. All right, so we would have had 5, but this one we didn't finish, so I still have to fix that and finish it off. And so we got 5 done, and that's because we had to cut everything and then do our placement and stuff like that. So the next thing we're gonna do, yeah, I'm gonna take the big bite out, but oh, let me fix this. All right, I'm gonna take the big bite out, but if you have like a regular eyelet setter, you can use that too. Let's see, what size hole? I don't know if I want to put like a teeny tiny hole in these or a big hole. Let me see. So if I do the 1/8 of an inch hole, that's this hole right here. That's that one. It's kind of small for these tags, I think. I don't know. And then the big tag is kind of big. Decisions. Let's see. All right. Let's play around here a little bit. So these are my 3/16, and this has a little purple in it. So I could put the purple there. And I think for the small ones, I'll use like the 1/8. Yeah. Okay, so this one, it kind of has like, I guess that's red, but I'm kind of feeling like the little orange piece, the orange tag there, or piece. I think that would be fine. And then let's see. Let's just put that over to the side. have my little bag here. And y'all, usually when I make my tags, I don't put like any ribbons and stuff in them at the time when I'm doing this. But I don't think with these little ones, I don't know if I'll be able to. I guess I could. I don't know. I really don't need to put anything in them. I could leave some blank, but I have more. Let's see. It's a little dainty tag. So these probably will just have like maybe some strings in them. So like that. Okay. So now what I need. Now the Big Bite actually came with some instructions, which I didn't get with the corner chomper. So it'll tell me for the size eyelet that I'm using, which pieces to use inside of here. So, okay, this is the English side. So let's do the 3/16 first, and we're not using a washer on the back of these. So this is going to be, the top part is going to be A, and the bottom part is going to be number 1. So on here, I can't even show you all this because it is like so, like this right here says B. I don't know if you can see it. So I know that's C and A. So we want A to be down. And for the bottom part needs to be number 1. So let me find number 1. That's number 3. Number 4 and number 1, and you can use this with the smaller not corner chomper, but eyelet setter. All right, so that's good to go. So now I need the holes for this. So what I'm gonna do, because it's hard to see the hole. The only thing about the big one is it's hard to see the holes in here. So what I'm gonna do is just kind of eyeball where I want the hole to be, and I'm gonna use my pencil. I'm going to put a mark there so I know where I want this at. And then I can set it in. And I know y'all, there's no way you can see this, but we have to set this part right here. It goes to 3/16. So this little lever moves. So I have it on 3/16. And then now when I punch this in, you can see where it's coming down right here. So that's where I'm going to put my little hole. And all right, so that's my hole for that one. And then I always like to put my eyelets down on the ground or on the desk and then put my paper on there, because it's just, to me, it's easier to do it that way. My fingers are not that nimble. All right, and press all the sides down. And then take my little lever back to the front and make sure everything is seated properly. And wham, ta-ta, it's on. All right, so that's that one. And then we have this one. And again, I'm just eyeballing where I want a hole to be at. I think I should be a little bit over. That right there. And let me move this back to do my hole. Got the hole, go to the front. Put that down on the ground. Okay. Oh no, don't think I have it in there right. All right, mister. For some reason, I'm not working here. Let's see. I got the 3/16. Oh, because I don't have it all the way forward. That might make a difference. See, user error. All right. And then that one's done. Okay, so next I'm going to do these little tiny ones. So now I'm going to move my little lever to 1/8 to do my holes, and just do all 3 of these. I'm eyeballing it. I don't think I'm doing a good job, but whatever. Whatever. All right. And then I'm gonna punch my 1/8 and punch the 1/8 here. Punch the 1/8 here. Pull that all the way to the front. Now I need to change my little doohickeys here. So 1/8, and we're not using a washer, so we need C and 3. So now let's find C. That's A, B, and C. And then the bottom. Okay, there's number 3. All right, that's all the way to the front now. And put this down on the ground. Stick it in the hole. You got soul. All right, do this one. Do this one. All right. And then okay, that one's done. Next. And next. Can do this very quickly once you got everything all together. Okay, and what I could do as well, which we don't have time to do, is, let me see where we're at. Yeah, because we have like 3 minutes left. Is I would, well, what I am going to do is put a back on it. So I'll probably maybe do that on Friday because we have some more to do. So like a finish up Friday type of thing. So this is what they look like on the backs, which is not too shabby. But once they have some paper on the back, then it'll be a nice journaling spot also. Which paper are you talking about, Penny? Let me know which paper you're talking about. Okay, so that's what they all look like. And they're a lot smaller than the ones I've been using. So let's go down a little bit so you can see the stitching on these. So let's move these out the way. So this one I did off the Cami Cam. And I got like the, let me not pick it up because that messes up the focus. Let me make sure the focus is okay. There we go. That's better. So I used one of the postcard minis for this, and then one of the tickets as well. And I did lots of stitching on this one. You can see which stitchings I use, so I don't need to explain that. And then I like this one. I like the way it came out. I actually used 2 different lengths of the same stitch, so I kind of switched it in between, and then of course I did like the double stitch around, so it looks nice. Oh, okay. Actually what I'll do is I'll scan it and I'll put it in the group. So how about that? I think I can put it there. I shall make an attempt, because I didn't have one with I don't know why I don't remember it coming with the other eyelet stitcher, but eyelet thing. But I'll in any case, I'll send it. I'll get it to you. I'm all tongue tied and stuff. Okay, so I like this one. Y'all like this shapes. I like the shapes that I made. All right, and then we have this one that says a vintage. And this one that has almost kind of a little bit more square. Now this one, I think I did this a little bit too messy even for my taste, but it'll be all right. it'll do for now, I suppose. So y'all make sure you give this video a thumbs up before you leave. Come on over and join the Facebook group. I am going to scan this and I'll put it in the Facebook group for everybody. Because, well, anywho. So with that, I am going to go ahead and shove off. And so everybody have a wonderful and beautiful evening. Love, peace, and hair grease from your sweet lotus blossom and lovable Lizzie. Have a fantabulous day and enjoy life. Bye.